What did Kierkegaard really mean when he said, boredom is the root of all evil? When Kierkegaard wrote this, he wasn't meaning not having anything to do. He was pointing at a spiritual vacuum, a void where curiosity, meaning, and commitment vanish. And vacuums do not stay empty for very long. They get filled by distraction, pleasure, or destruction, because tearing down is easier than building up. It is a deeper version of the old proverb, idle hands are the devil's workshop. The most fascinating part about all of this is that Kierkegaard was writing about this in the 1800s, but he predicted the modern soul crisis with unbelievable clarity. He was often called the first existentialist, but he would have probably not labeled himself that way. What he did care about was the individual, standing alone before God, unable to hide in the crowd or societal norms. For Kierkegaard, the crowd is untruth. It diffuses our responsibility. To him, only the individual can truly choose. But that real freedom is obviously very terrifying for us. He called it angst, not just fear, but the vertigo of possibility. Imagine standing on a cliff. You realize you could jump. You won't, but you could. That sickening feeling inside you is the price of having that freedom. But this is where all of this in boredom becomes dangerous, because to him it evades the weight of freedom. Instead of choosing something meaningful, we choose stimulation, endless noise, cheap pleasure, or unnecessary outrage. Boredom is not the absence of things to do. It is the absence of willingness to choose something meaningful in your life. No curiosity means no reflection, means no real decision. And when we do not choose, we slide into defaults. Gossip instead of truth, cruelty instead of courage, and irony instead of love. At the heart of Kierkegaard is this wild definition. The self is a relation that relates itself to itself. The translation is you're not just a thing, you are a task becoming. A conscious relation between what you are and what you are called to be in this life. For Kierkegaard, that ultimate calling is a relationship to God, a leap of faith, not into blind belief, but into responsibility, trust, and becoming. The boredom, he says, erodes that from within us. It is spiritually damaging. But he does not say to never be bored in your life. He says meet boredom, but with decision. Choose curiosity over distraction. Choose one hard, good thing in your life. Faith, craft, study, or service. And bind yourself to it. Because the antidote of the devil's workshop is not more stimulation. It is commitment and responsibility freely chosen.